Welcome, everyone. Turn on those cameras if you can. We love to see those smiling faces. Friday, everybody should be wearing shorts like me because I'm going in the sun today. For a second, I'm back in here. All right. Oh, we got Gabe, Angie, Lewis. Good group. All right. Give everybody a couple more minutes to come in. I was going to say, where's everybody from in the chat? But I know where most of you are from. You can still do it, though. Where's everybody from? I'm in Austin.
I'm in New York.
New York. Of course, Gabe.
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Across the border.
Ooh, is it hot there yet?
Oh, yeah.
Actually, it was supposed to be 100 this weekend here in Austin, Texas, but it is not that bad. Oh, Santa Fe Springs. It's probably nice there, I'm sure. That's where I'm from. I'm from California originally, so I'm always like, oh, there you go. LA. All right, Wally, what is the hot topic for your business right now? What's changing? What's freaking you out? How are things going?
Going everything good. Hot topic for my business at the moment is Evergreen certification program from DigitalMarketer, which is where we are, which we joined, the DigitalMarketer Certified Partner program. Evergreen. That's the hot topic for me at the moment.
You know what's funny is it's so true because, you know, the stuff that we build, especially with our certifications and the Certified Partner program, like it was built off of talking to, you know, thousands of agency owners. And it was actually one of the core questions I asked Ryan when I joined the company, because I said like, hey, where do these frameworks come from? And I'm like, do you just make them up? And he's like, oh, no, we talked to all these people. Like, that's where they come from. And I think now with the whole AI situation, the frameworks matter more than ever, because if you don't have these frameworks to kind of drive your prompting, to drive your AI generative content that you're making, then everything's going to appear like everybody else. And so it is an interesting situation. So let's just talk about kind of how you employ the Certified Partner frameworks and kind of what they've done for your business so far.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to talk about that. Right. From very first day, the reason, again, I joined the Certified Partner program. I came from Ryan Day's aha moment, which is buyer from scratch challenge. I mentioned a couple of times. It was great at that time. And I would say at that time, I was struggling how to get traffic and conversions, because again, when started Facebook and this new digital after COVID, everybody who was at that time believed that they just need to run ads and like once traffic come and then get customers. And my curiosity, what is this? I need to figure that out. What exactly? Because I am also doing more than 17 years. I started from door to door selling HP toners, printers, refilling services, right? At that time when I was college, right? And then after a few years, I become HP certified partner, right? And I start selling HP brand into corporate sector, enterprise sector. And from there, I got to know what is the importance of certifications, right? Especially when you want to play in the enterprise sector, corporate sector, these certifications matter. So I got to know about DigitalMarketer Certified Partner program. I joined this webinar like the Ryan Dice has about the fractional CMO. And I decided to join because, again, at that time, my challenge was not how to get customers. My challenge was how I can serve my customer. Because I used to believe at that time, if I have something great, give result to my people who I'm serving, I can easily win. And I got to know about Certified Partner program. I got to know about the Ryan Day's mission, like helping 10,000 businesses globally double their size. And that's what really grabbed my attention at that time and made me, yeah, I need that. And very interesting story, like I'm from Pakistan, right? And it's true, it's fact, like people like from other countries call it third world country, which is might be true, right? And what I wanted to tell, like $5,000 or $10,000 investment is kind of green, right? here in our country to invest anywhere. And at that time, I know I needed to something, do big things. And I had actually saved money to buy a car, right? In our country, there are some restrictions on the credit cards and loan. We couldn't get easily car on loan. And I also used to believe I need to get car on a cash. And I actually have the money and wanted to invest in the partner program. And I asked my wife, can you please give me some time, right? I wanted to acquire that training because might it change our life, right? Might it can, and I believe I can do that. So please allow me, because when you married, you always need to take a look to your wife, right? Whatever you are doing in your vision. So that's how I got to know. I decided I invested all my money at that time into that program to just gain more knowledge, wisdom, tactics. And when I finally acquired that, I told in the webinar, like, go back, we will teach you how to go back to your existing customer and serve them more. And at that time, I was thinking, my customer is paying me $250 to manage their ads. They don't have money. How they can pay me more? Like, that was really at that time curiosity point for me, like how he will teach that go back to your customer and serve them and charge them more. And that is actually true, right? When I acquire the knowledge, I go back to my customers. And to be very honest, I even don't know before about the marketing increasing lifetime value. I charge my one customer, you could say in less than 6 months, $40,000, $50,000. Right? I charge him over and over again, serve him too much on so many things. And again, that the same customer who was paying me $50, and he paid like he had done like almost 5-figure, $50,000 business, and he was very happy to having me. I was at that time asset for her business, for his business, and he don't want to lose me at all. And that was really interesting. And I said like, wow, this knowledge and program is great. So here is my secret, what I actually have done. Like DigitalMarketer Certified Partner program, fractional CMO is a high ticket product. But again, I used to believe, because I listen other mentors like Alex Hormozy, Russell Brunson, and I used to believe always create your product market fit, right? I believe in bootstrapping, right? I believe whatever the knowledge you have, say for example, you have a customer and he don't want fractional CMO. He just want a funnel, right? And ads, right? So you need to flip your knowledge. You need to turn your knowledge, expertise into an offer, what exactly your customer wants. So that is exactly how I started making money. And then I finally cracked out customer value journey with organic marketing, which is like interesting and challenge because, ads prices are going up and people have challenge showing up. Leads are not showing up, ghosting, not paying, retention, right? So what's working for me at the moment, it's organic marketing. It's a free traffic, but using CVJ. I mapped out everything. My map is a lifesaver for me, which is customer value journey map, right? I figure out what exactly I need to, where stage, engage stage, subscribe, convert, excite, ascend, and advocate. And I make everything simple, right? Very simple, very simple. And I do believe, like, if 12-year-old kid want to implement that, he can do it, right? And I'm able to help a lot of businesses change their life, right? And startups, because helping startups is challenging, and many agencies, consultants want high-paying customers. They don't want to serve low-hanging fruit or people. But again, I came from very, you could say, poor background, I would say. So that's why I have internally, you could say, passion, love, care about the people who have around me and want to build a business. So whatever I am doing, I am passionate about it. And this digital marketer program is life-changing. And one thing also I wanted to add at this time, because, this whole internet era and world is shiny objective for all of us, right? We tap someone can easily like trap us. Like sometimes we acquired some information, tools, tactics, right? And, movements different entrepreneurs are doing. So there is distraction, a lot of, right? And I acquired a bunch of program courses because I used to believe I need to make bulletproof my acquisition system at all, right? So till today, after acquiring a lot of system, and I know the people in the community where I am hanging out, like the program I joined, there are people who are at 6-figure, 7-figure, 8-figure, right? But customer value journey and the knowledge from Ryan days is evergreen. It will work, I do believe, in this decade ever. In this decade. And one thing I learned from him, which is crazy, and I love about it, he always says, whenever you are stuck somewhere, flee to the principle, right? And that is really a great, great wisdom that helped me. So I just came across, I just have, like, before this session, I have a meeting with a customer and I close him, right, in $5,000, right? And I'm giving him my system to take his SaaS business to the next level. And again, this all happened because of this wisdom that I have with the help of Ryan Days and Digital Marketer, and you guys bring our life. So
that's fantastic. Well,
I'm sorry if I speak a lot, but this is what I wanted to share.
No. It's a good introduction to kind of, your journey to becoming a successful marketing agency, because it is a difficult thing. And a lot of people, would not have taken, all of their money to invest in the program. But I think, the more time has gone on, the more I think it makes a ton of sense, because the process of creating your own system, like, let's say you're like, okay, I'm starting a marketing agency, I'm going to create my own system of marketing, my own frameworks and my own blah, 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 blah. And you've never executed it before. So now you're selling something that's unproven and you hope it's going to work and might work, but chances are the first iteration of any system is going to fail hard. And you don't, and so what seems like kind of a risky investment actually makes a ton more sense, because you're investing in something that has been proven, and we developed it, talking to thousands of marketers and the frameworks we use ourselves to make $100 million plus. And so it makes a ton of sense for you to just latch onto that, implement the system, and then do what we talk about, which is customize it for your customer or your niche or, whatever you're trying to accomplish. Now, what a lot of people might say is that, hey, times are changing. Anybody could do marketing because you have AI. What do you say to people who think that now the marketing function can be completely automated and you don't need a professional marketer to tell you what to do?
So, like, to be very honest, very great question you asked, and I love to answer that. Like, AI can really take over marketing, but they take out of marketing from those hands who not know about marketing, who just acquired small and short-time systems, funnel, ads, stuff like that. The real marketing consultant need going to be forever, because there is always people want to launch new products and they need a real people who can understand the market they want to target and the real desires, problems of humans, right? AI can just accelerate the speed of the consultant, and consultant is help businesses on so many things. Like, okay, we have this audience at this time, we need to optimize it. AI couldn't tell us, right? We need to optimize this segment audience. We need to optimize this segment audience. We need to increase now lifetime value of the customer. We need to upsell. We need to launch new products. So I would say consultant, AI is the best friend for the consultants, and consultants are the best friends for the big companies.
No, and that makes tons of sense, because I think the, especially companies, because, the option, if you don't hire a marketer, you don't hire a fractional CMO, you don't hire an agency, is that you have to build your own internal marketing team, which might sound like a good idea because you have more control over it. But my experience is that, business owners think they know marketing. They think they know their customer. They think they know their product. And they're the master of all these situations, where in most cases they aren't. And they have massive misconceptions about what they're selling, how they're selling, and who they're selling to. So how do you deal with that situation? Because let's say they hire you as a fractional CMO, you're still having to battle this kind of internal dialogue that a business owner or say a manager or director that hires you has about what marketing is.
Yeah, so this is a great question. I just want to repeat confirm again. You said those companies who already have team internal marketing, why they need fractional CMO, like how you can create your demand. Is that exactly what you asked?
Yeah, well, and just kind of arguing with what people think is marketing versus what you know is marketing based on what you've learned and what you execute.
Yeah. So let me tell you a secret. This is what I tried and implemented. One of the great session from Ryan Days in last 2022 or might be 2021, like when people buy, he shared the article of Harvard, right? Like 30 years customer research experience, how people buy, when people buy, what is exactly the transformation hidden in your product and services. So again, whenever you're speaking with somebody, right, any person where you want to place and want to do a fractional CMO for them, you need to just understand their intention, their goal, and what exactly they want to do. I talked with a 7-figure business owner. We have been great. And he has 24 people in his house marketing, right? And my pitch was to him, and that was triggered him to like get on a meeting with me. I said, you want to replace all your marketing headache on someone who knows marketing, right? So you can focus on what you want to do, because being a CEO and being a head of your company, director, you always want to replace your role, because at every stage, every human want to do new things, different things, new adventures. That's our human behavior. So again, like I said, just understand their goal. There is always hidden secret triggers, loopholes that can turn anybody into your customer. So you can create your demand. You need to just understand how you can be good fit for their company and what's their intention, what exactly the pain they want to remove, right? So everybody want that. I need somebody who can. And also, like, another part is this internal marketing team is under control of the CEO. He is using their strategy. So when you go with the digital marketer platform to any company, you can say, like, we are a group of people, we are a community, we are 125K marketer all across the world. So we have data from different niches. So we have deep level understanding on that. So that would be the additional part, and require the framework, proprietary system, tools and tactics can definitely create something or improve something. So people always want improvement. You just need to pitch them, and they need to perceive your value, that you are a valuable person, saying, right? So yeah, this is what I wanted to add.
No, that makes total sense. And I think it's, kind of trying to refocus their attention on, like, hey, you're a busy person. You're running a company. You got a million tasks to do. You got all this, and I have the frameworks and I have the knowledge and expertise. It's that you can rely on. So you go focus on that. We'll worry about the marketing side. Now, with that said, what's to stop them from figuring out your system? You train them on the system, you set up the system, and then they're like, well, you set it up. So it's been 3 months, 6 months. I get it now. I don't need Wali anymore. How do you maintain the relationship so they keep paying you for as long as possible?
So I fit always myself into business owner vision, right? And I will always see their business as mine, right? I take responsibility not as just job centric, but how can I give more benefit to that person? How we can get that people? Where are the loopholes? Where are some secrets that I just needed to be kept and use it when I want to retain it, right? So again, you can, like, if you are a consultant, people buy, like, you can retain them. You just need to be focused, like, how can I give more benefit? Where are the loopholes that still need to be fixed? Because if you are on a same page with the business owner, with the vision perspective, and by understanding their problems, you can always be with them. And again, nobody want to lose you. If you are really are on the same page with a vision, with a perspective, and know the problems. And because this is what I experienced, I worked with a lot of partners, like they were investor, they was doing investment with me. Like that's my actual history, right? I had a lot of partners. And I always implemented that strategy. And and I asked my sometime partners, like not partners, business owner, like again, like why you are not giving focus, why you are not coming on time, like please. And I got replies, and they said, if my partner and the person I hired for marketing is so much honest and serious with my business, why I would pay attention. So again, this is what happened with me. And seriously, again, you can retain people. Like this is my experience throughout the life. You just need to see what problem you can fix with the marketing.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. Well, I think just having that, communication as often as possible. Now, in that regards, how often do you actually meet with your clients? Is it a weekly thing, or is it more of a kind of as needed? You consult with them.
So ideally, we meet according how we set up the time. Right? Sometimes we set up weekly meetings. Sometimes we set up after 15 days meeting. But again, I need to completely understand where we are and need to start the conversation where we left last time. So that's the key. That's the key. Say, for example, I met any business owner on the first date after first week. And last week, he was talked about her daughter was sick, say, for example, and he was traveling. So whenever start the conversation from there, personal level. Right. So this is like really interesting that I found and always work.
Awesome. So so your clients, are they all in Pakistan, or do you actually serve clients all over the world?
I serve all over the world clients, and mostly because I'm Pakistan and I am earning password dollar money, right? So my customers are from United States because I got to know this online world from Russell Brunson community. So I have a lot of 7-figure agencies, award winners, startups, SaaS companies around me. So they are my ideal audience, coaches, consultants, Tony Robbins audience, Mark Grasse, and startups, right? And also 7-figure companies. So I know their journeys because I was also the part of that journey at one time. So that's what made me relatable with them. That's why I'm doing business with them.
Awesome. Now startups are tough because that was when I had my website agency for 5 or 6 years. That's all I dealt with was mainly startups, people who hadn't necessarily sold anything yet, hadn't really established their service, their brand. Sometimes we were building the brand from scratch, from like the logo to the website to their social media presence and all these different things. I found that it's not a great market because the success rate of startups is not very high, and it's really predicated on how much funds do they have available, and really the dedication of the owner, which sometimes isn't enough to make it succeed. So with that in mind, do you vet your clients prior to kind of signing up with them to make sure that you're kind of in line and think their business can actually succeed?
So I would say startups are my sweet spot, right? These are the traffic type of my sweet spot where I used to sell my programs and can help as much as possible. But ideally, like I am serving 6-figure people, right? They are already making money, right? And 6-figure marketing agencies, 6-figure SaaS consulting agencies, right? So you are saying, right, startups are tough. And I believe that if anybody, like I would say, like, no, startups are not tough. Human behavior of laziness in startup time is tough. I used to believe if anybody at this time on internet show up, there are no chances they would fail. So that's it. Because again, like I am a person who don't know how to speak English 2 years ago. Literally zero. My legs always jerk when I met one-on-one on a Zoom, and I am at this time speaking bunch of people, and I know after that session might be my video will be publish on the digital market, and a lot of people are going to watch me. So again, these all problems, self-limiting beliefs, objections, always be handled if you have clear vision, right? Committed, right? And always manifest, right? So I was also a startup at that time with zero money, right? So I love bootstrapping, and I know bootstrapping is an art. Anybody can make big shifts in their life when they are, and I know, like, if there will be more startups in this economy, in the inflation economy, we will easily like go into the boom period. There is always needs to be startups are the people making movements, right, and making moves in the market. So that's what I would say.
Well, that's super impressive. I can't believe you've only been speaking English for 2 years, because you're very good, and you're able to describe topics that are very abstract. When you're learning a new language, it's hard enough to get the words down, much less understand concepts that are outside of what you've known for your whole life. So, congratulations on that, because it's super impressive. Now, with that said, how did you kind of come up with the vision that kind of drove everything that you did? Because I found that, if you don't have that factor, you're not able to accomplish as much as you have in 2 years. So did that kind of just dawn on you one day, or do you have a history of kind of setting a vision and doing it as quickly as possible?
So again, like, two things I would mention. Like, one is pain is essential for your growth, and so much pain is essential for scale, right? So pain should, and the second thing about the passion and vision, I would say, like, every human have wants, desires, something they are passionate about, right? And they just need to try different and bunch of things. They will find their passion, right? Like, this is what I read, even one of the great book of Russell Brunson, Expert Secrets. So like I said, my vision comes from pain, right? I used to be partners. I had no investment when I started my career, like no support from family, right? And I used to make partners, and I said to them, I will bring business for you, just pay me commission. And this online world, I had literally no awareness for this website, right? And I used to spend $1 million on ads, generated massively leads for local businesses based in the United States. So again, like I said, where is the passion came from and vision came from? I said, like, I needed, like, if I will be online, I will do business virtually. Every human want location freedom, time freedom, especially, and want to use the technologies, right? And they don't want to get stuck into 9 to 5. They don't want to be under control of an environment. They want to control their life. And I would say the entrepreneurship is the only thing where you can learn how to control your life. So that's what I perceived it, and that's how my vision came from. And the commitment was, I will transform my family life, right? So in this month, like, we are living like the real way. What is exactly the real transformation after having a wisdom and knowledge from Ryan Days and the Certified Partner program? We are living in elite class, like one of the top class society in our country, right? Where almost rich people are living. I acquired 2 top line cars on cash, right? I transfer my brother's life, my cousin's life, right? Doing business virtually, right? Have good capital, cash in the bank, served many people, right? So this is, and my English is good, right? And this is always, I would love to like speak with the new people, meet with the new people all across the world, meet people, like make new friends. So that is the real transformation. So again, and one thing which is very interesting, everybody can today come up with the idea, can set up a vision, have goal, want to lose weight, want to make money, but how they can be sustain it, right? And how they can take it for long life, because everybody want to lose weight, but how many are really consistent to going on a gym, to adopting the good food habit? So my secret is this, I learned from somebody, document your journey, And I am a person who love to do adventure. And I said, wow, then let's document my journey. So you know what's the good thing? I documented everything from 2020 when I was sitting in just my bedroom and like Sabri Subi story and have old computer, no space, no place, no internet. I documented everything. First workstation, second, third, when I got the car, when I was depressed, when I was at, because I always used to tell myself, imagine one day you will watching these videos and saying congratulations to yourself and making yourself feel proud. This is true. And this year I had 5 international travel, which was absolutely dream, right? Like years ago. So yeah, this travel. And one thing, like everybody wants sustainable life, right? Sustainable career. They all, before they start to talk about sustainable. So I would say this digital marketing, especially the knowledge from Ryan days, right? The wisdom and the vision of digital marketer is going to be evergreen, right? Is going to be evergreen. The knowledge, the wisdom they shared is going to be always, because I used to knock doors to sell services on commission basis. And today I also serve companies who are listed in INC 500, right? I have done some consulting with them, right? I've been like did something with them. So I have literally experience from first letter to, you could say, 6-figure. I am at this time 6-figure, but in my country, 6-figure means multi 7-figure in United States, because I know United States is expensive as compared to our country. So yeah, that's how my vision comes.
Oh, that's super impressive, because I love the, because the pain is something that everybody wants to avoid most of the time. But if you really want the kind of growth that you've had, you have to face it. But I love the focus on that, the vision, and also the journaling, because I think journaling from both a personal development and also a business development perspective is very important, because it's easy to get super busy, to try things and then forget that you tried things. My memory is not great, so I'll do stuff repeatedly and then I'll realize, like, I actually had actual 50-page reports that I've written that I forgot about. And then I go to write an article about something. I'm like, I feel like I've covered this before. And then I'll realize that I've made some massive document in the past. And that's because I don't track the stuff. I just kind of live. So I think that's an excellent piece of advice. And your journey has been fantastic, because it's super difficult to do what you've done, and especially establish yourself on an international market when you've only been speaking English for a couple of years is super impressive. So on that regards, in terms of kind of going out and getting business outside of your country, how did you start that process? Was it just through networking, or did you do any kind of paid ads, or what was the startup process for that?
It is one of the most easier tasks for me at this time, right? If anybody wants my help, I can do that. Anywhere they want to serve, they just need to relate with their problem, understand the niche, the intention, the problem, right? And if they believe they can serve, they just need to figure out what is the platform they are hanging out. Like, say, for example, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. Normally, Instagram I found for B2C. But on the B2B side, Facebook and LinkedIn. I just start with personal branding. Like, personal branding is my main thing, right? I used to do cold outreach, right? In very ethical way, right? Not offensive, not offensive. And I learned this digital marketing from Ryan days, because he mentioned on the sales page, I'll teach you the pivot script that make your prospect to back to book a meeting with you. And I said, yes, I need to learn that. And I learned that. And I would say today, whatever method I'm doing, like organic outreach, people would like to do business with me. They would like to meet with me, because the knowledge I'm keeping is responsible to helping their businesses. So it's organic outreach using personal branding. It could be LinkedIn and it could be Facebook.
Awesome. So, and let's just talk about LinkedIn for a second, because I think everybody does outreach on LinkedIn. And at this point, we're all kind of numb to it. Like, I get added on everything every single day where I'm just like, I can't even pay attention to this anymore. How do you break through that noise on LinkedIn to establish the connections that you're talking about?
It's like, say, for example, you just need to have a profile, right? Ask your friends, your maybe certified partners to give recommendation to each other, right? Just plan your content. You could use automation tool, but one thing could not automate. One thing must need to take control and should need to under control. And that is communication in depth, right? So Sales Navigator is a great way to plan, package your offer, right? Your entry point offer, or if you have any sale asset, if you have any presentation, workshop, just do outreaches, attract people into your content on your sales asset, right? And whatever your turning point, turn them into customer, go with them. My methodology is simple, like outreach, content, messenger, sales. That's how I'm doing lead generation. And my main thing is messenger. And on messenger, we go in depth because I learned one great thing from Ryan Days. He said, if your average cart value is up to $3,000, automation is great, but nothing beat one-on-one real human personalized follow-ups and messaging. So don't generate links, don't send links, generate replies. So again, like I would say, if you are good in communication, if you are good in talking with people, like friendly, you can easily like break through your first cold eyes in any relationship. You can talk anybody. And if
That's
your
awesome.
content is making sense for them, they'll 100% click like, and you need to know like where I need to send them in order to convert. Some people are ready buyers. You need to instantly offer them by just understanding their wants. Some people are future buyers. So send them into your nurturing funnel, right? Wherever you have workshop. And some people never buy from you. That's what I learned. You can use them as your partners, as your advocates, or you can ask them to introduce you in their network because they like you, right? They are your followers. So you can ask them to introduce them in your network. And whenever they share your post, they recommend your name into their group, into their feed. You always get quality traffic, convertible traffic. That is super hot secret for me at this time.
That's awesome. Now, did you use any of the certified partner scripts when you were doing this kind of outreach or the follow-up or any of the networking, or is this kind of your own creation?
So absolutely, there is great trainings in the Digital Marketer portal. I used to learn it and I absolutely use it, but somewhere, like I said, where I feel I need to add.
We lose Wally. See, pause for everybody.
Yeah, he's frozen.
I'll give him a second. He's about to drop the knowledge bomb of which script he was using from the toolbox. We lost them all together. Bonnie, do you know the script? Angie, thank you for that question, by the way. That was your question that I asked.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure which script he's referring to, but he did just post about it in the Facebook group yesterday. So I'm tagging him on there so he can share which script it was that he was referring to.
Perfect. Yeah, because I could think of a few, but I'm kind of like, I don't want to say.
Yeah, I don't know exactly which one he is talking about either, but he did post about it yesterday. So hopefully he can share with us.
Nice. Well, and I completely agree with the LinkedIn, type of networking. And what he's saying is to not automate that networking process, because I think that's the easiest thing for people to delete when you're trying to connect with them is like, oh, hey, I sell this. And then they click the connect button. All right. Well,
sorry if I'm a little bit cut up.
He's back.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Like, I think there is something within internet.
Yeah, no worries. Let's see. I think we left it with which script did you use, or what scripts do you use, if any, to help you with your networking?
Yeah, there is a training in the digital portal, right? And I forget the name of the training. This training was just like gave me how to use a sales navigator, right? So I use some, again, like personalized scripts, what I have, right? And some good opening message, like first message, you need to be really great at opening message. So I use some scripts, and I also invent some my scripts. And the one of the best script that I found, it is just like, your profile looks good, professional. Let me introduce you in my network. And this is what I learned from Digital Marketer.
That's awesome. Now, for the people that you actually target, is it within certain industries, or do you see that they could use a personal brand more than other professionals? Or is there some kind of factor that you look at where you're like, that person could use my services?
Like, how do I target my market? This is what you ask. Like, how do I find what exactly people I need?
Exactly. Like, is there certain, features of individuals where you're like, okay, this person needs my help?
So they need to be active on like Facebook, and I use like some influencer method, right? And influencer method means, right, the people who are influencing and creating a bunch of content in your industry, like maybe on LinkedIn, you can find ideal audience from them, because your ideal customer already seeing, watching a lot of people. They're just finding the right people. So you really need to understand like who is really active and what exactly they are doing, because you couldn't send a good message if you don't know what exactly they are doing. That could be your default message you can send, but again, always what thing actually convert when you send a personalized message. And how you could do that, say for example, they recently update their job, they recently got the recommendation, they recently shared any post, and you could say your last post is completely making sense. Absolutely. Like growth is always happen once you have a clear vision and mindset. I agreed with that. It's nice to connect with you. So that's how you actually break the cold ice.
I like that. So it's not an automated approach. It's not a copy and paste script for everybody. You actually review the person, you look at their posts, you look at what you actually agree with what they're saying, and then you do the outreach to say, hey, I could help you establish a brand.
Yeah, you can automate that part, that personalized part, by placing an appointment setter, a real expert appointment setter who know how to chat with people on that especially personal level. So you can even automate that part, but like just automate scripts using tools. Like people are smart, I would say at that time, they can perceive it like who is behind. So when your ticket price is high, $10,000, $15,000, that thing is really need to be understand that you need to go with personalized messaging.
Fantastic. No, I love that. Well, I've hogged up all the time like usual. Let's see if we have any questions from some of our audience members, maybe about international business, networking as a prospecting method for your focus, which is personal branding. Or maybe just about kind of what you deliver when you say personal branding, because that means a lot to a lot of people. So for me, I'm like, well, what is a personal brand and how do you define it when you start to sell it?
So personal brand, yeah, absolutely. So personal brand is you are marketing expert, right? You know how acquisition system work. You were a certified partner with DigitalMarketer. You need to let them perceive your value. You need to prove it that what you are saying is making sense, right? You need to understand that positioning matter, right? You need to understand that your message needs to be matter. Just alone message sometimes not matter. Your position matter. So this is really matter who the person is saying. So first, setting up your authority, sharing your story. Why? Like it's really simple. Why you are doing that? What's your purpose? What's your qualification? And what exactly the problem you can solve? Like these are simple who, what, how, right? You can talk about easily. So personal branding is always mean like showcase your expertise. if you are solving any lead generation problem of people who are in NLP space, NLP coaches, right? So use their language in your messaging, in your post, and talk about your certification. So I always used to, whenever I publish a post, whenever I try to make like good post, or I always mention that I am a certified partner at $100 million brand. I am a certified partner with a company who is listed in the INC 5000, right? And that's how I introduce myself. We are the community of 125K marketers. Our company, our community train companies, $1 million companies like Infusionsoft, Shopify. So that's how, like, sometime my posts become trigger and inspire people.
Love that. Well, and I think you're a perfect showcase for, what the Certified Partner program can do, and you really leverage it, because we always talk to our certified partners. We say, hey, leverage the experience of the brand, leverage the fact that everything that we teach that you're executing with your services has been used by 125,000 plus businesses, marketing agencies, and professionals. And now, even though you don't have say the decade or the dozen years of experience that we have here at Digital Marketer, you still have the same tools, and you can now leverage the brand in order to grow your business. So I think you're an excellent showcase for what we try to teach and what we're trying to deliver with the program. And we really thank you for what you're doing, Wali. You're an example for everyone.
Absolutely, appreciate it. And one thing, just I forget to add and want to add, like whenever you're relying on your content marketing and your post, you need to make sure that these posts hitting so much hard in your prospect mind, and how you can test it and how you can validate it, prove it. Once you post something on social media and you start getting inbox messages kind of questioning, that means your post is really makes sense. And when it's generating inbound leads, you will easily set meetings with those prospects who would love to do business with you. You not need to be a sales pushy. So content marketing is really important. And when I say content and niche focused content, you really need to narrow down. Like, say, for example, if you have $10,000 product, you have planned to make $100,000. You just need to clear understanding that I am going to serve NLP coaches who are at certain level and facing a challenge on scaling, and I am going to solve their problem with funnel, with system and acquisition, and give them a massive accountability. So this crystal clarity can solve any current client acquisition problem, in especially if you are doing organic marketing. So this is what advice what I want to add, especially here.
Oh, well, I think you're doing a great job. Well, and that kind of confidence in what you talk about, it's very convincing. It's like, that makes total sense. Like, I believe what you're saying, and I believe you can deliver it. And I think when you could, approach situations, especially sales situations, with that kind of confidence and that kind of support through both your background and then leveraging the brand, I think you have it down. And at the end of the day, it's much simpler than trying to invent everything from scratch and prove yourself in ways that you may not understand or be able to do. I think you're doing a great job with that. So with that said, where can people learn more about you and kind of keep up with the Wali Show?
Yeah, it's been like 2020, I using just my Facebook, right? So I started sharing my stories from 2020. So they can check a lot about me, my struggle, each and everything from my Facebook. They can find me in Facebook, my personal profile.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Wali. Really appreciate your time. If anybody's listening that doesn't know what we're talking about when we say the Certified Partner Program, essentially the Certified Partner Program is the people we refer who want Digital Marketer to do work for you. For Digital Marketer, we teach marketing, and we teach marketing based on the frameworks of the proven marketers that we network with, but we don't do marketing for anybody except for ourselves. So we have to rely on people like Wali. And that's why we refer everybody who comes to us and says, hey, could Digital Marketer do our marketing? We'll say no, but the Certified Partner Network are licensed and trained to execute the programs that we teach. So go ahead and hit up Wally if you want this service. So if you're interested in that, go and check out
Yeah.
digitalmarketer.com, and you'll see the partners link, and you can see more about the program, and also just browse the list of everybody who's part of our program, which is about 250 plus agencies around the world executing dozens and dozens of different services based on what you need. So check that out. And thank you again, Wally.
So one thing, can I add?
Sure, go for it.
So Ryan Days capitalize on the principle which never gonna be changed, right? So digital marketer partner program and the information and wisdom here are never going to be changed. You are going to acquire principle. Whenever you implement in any business, you will see massive success. This is real truth. I found that and I wanted to share here.
Well, thank you so much, Wally. I think you're like I said, an example to everyone. You really represent what we try to accomplish with the program, and we really appreciate all the effort and you talking about digital marketer. We love that.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you so much for inviting me, and I appreciate it. Okay,
well,
thank you everybody. Like, living it and really enjoy that. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Wally.
Awesome. Thank you all, and tune in next week. We do this every Friday at 11 a.m. Central.